I don't find it no coincidence that when I decided to tap in, I, opened my phone, hit camera, and I noticed it was 5:55. Somebody might have been seeing 5:55 recently, I know we all be seeing synchronicity as in numbers or number sequences here and there, depending on, known as angel numbers. I'm sure we be seeing them here and there, depending on where we at in our journey and how much we paying attention while we on our journey. I see y'all. I want to start out by saying that. I see y'all. Y'all get to see me personally by way of these videos, but I see y'all. You don't have to understand it. If you know, you know, but you don't have to understand it. But I see y'all. I feel y'all, and I'm with y'all. I don't know why I needed to just say that, but I felt the need to just say that. The mind, family. This mind of ours. The mind. This mind of ours. It can be our best friend, or it can be our worst enemy. Why do I point that out? Because it has a connection to our heart. Our mind can be our best friend or our worst enemy, because it has a connection to our heart. I hope somebody caught that. How we think has a connection to our heart. So how we think plants the seeds to how we feel. How we feel, we plant those memories in our heart. We use our mind to connect to them. But we plant those memories in our heart. Somebody will catch it. I don't know who I'm talking to, and I don't know who I'm talking for. This wasn't how I planned to start out the video. But we need to get our minds in check, family. We need to pay up. We have to master our minds. By all means, each and every one of us have to master our minds. When we master our minds, we master our destiny. It really ain't no other way to say it. It may seem far-fetched to some. It may seem cliche to some. But if you're sincere in who you are to yourself, if you're sincere in your living experience according to the life you've been given, and everything matters, then you can bear witness to what I'm saying yourself. It don't need no convincing. It don't need no persuasion. So I'm not talking to those who still need to be convinced, nor am I talking to those who need to be persuaded. I'm speaking to those who know. Because if you know, you know. And it just ain't no other way around it. But I was asked a question previously in my day from somebody that I rock with, you know. And I was asked, what happens when you start to feel cold? When you really don't have no feelings for anything or anybody? And if I be honest, I usually have an answer for everything, fam. It ain't too much you can ask Sawu that I don't have an answer for. But I never been asked a question like that. So when I was asked that question, it made me have to put myself in a set of shoes that I never had to put myself in before. And the only thing that I found myself grasping for an answer, which is real. And in that moment, I know I had to be able to share something that was gonna help the person behind that question. And the only thing that I came up with is you start to die. And just in that simple, maybe terrifying, but honest and true remark, I saw the energy shift just that quick, because that's the reality. When we no longer feel, when we no longer have feelings, we start to die, family. I don't know who need to hear that. As I say, I don't know who I'm talking to, or I don't know who I'm talking for. But when we no longer have the ability to feel, and I want y'all to pay close attention to what I'm saying, you start to die. If you have no ability to feel, that means you have no connection. You lose connection with everything. Not just people. We lose connection with life itself. And eventually, your body, your temple, your avatar, is gonna let you know. See, when I was asked that question, family, the reason why it put me in shoes that I never had to be put in was because I didn't have to be put in those shoes. I wore those shoes before. I know what life can do to us. I know what situations can do to us. I know what circumstances and certain conditions can do to us. I know the war, the battle that we have in our mind when shit hitting us left and right. I know. But we can't allow it to put us in a place that we become so desensitized bit by bit by bit till we don't care nothing about nothing but ourselves. When in reality, when you in that type of place, we really don't even care about ourselves. We just use the external reality to think, to help us make us think we do. Life moves in cycles of continuous change. So a bad situation one day gonna be a beautiful situation and lessons gained from it another day. We can't be in fear of fear. And we can't be in fear of not having enough. Cause everything, you know, I was asked the question, what do I think about fear or money? Well, I say, well, money equates to fear if you don't have it. So fear is the seed of all things in the event that one feels as if they don't have, or if they lack in something, or don't have enough of something. You know, fear would be the backbone of that. How am I going to get more? You know, you ever seen somebody that got a bill due and don't have the money for it? I say, have we ever seen somebody that have a bill due and don't have the money for it? Most of us have. Because if I don't know no millionaires that come by, they hear some life lessons from Saul. But if it is, they don't have these problems, the situations that we talking about. At least not anymore. So most of us probably aware of seeing somebody that don't have the money for a bill when a bill is due, including ourselves. I've been there. See, I've been there. But life moves in cycles of continuous change. So if you ever heard the term, it get greater later, it do. I'm evidence, I am proof. It get greater later. Just keep moving with your head up. Smiling when you don't feel like smiling. And watch what happened. I was meditating. You know, I love meditation. For those who haven't started meditating, or those who lack and get back on it, it's gonna be meditation is gonna be one of the greatest building blocks to the growth and expansion of your spiritual journey for those of us who are on one. Meditation. But while meditating, I was given a deeper glimpse or a deeper perception into some things while I was riding a wave in the flow of what we experience and how we experience our experiences and the different type of transformations it take us through. And while we go through them for the purpose of change, because transformation and change is the same thing. When a transformation is taking place, change is taking place. So I was weighing transformation with change, and it's just a play of words. You know, transformation is a way of making us sound educated, so to speak. But it's just change. Transformation is change. Change is transformation. But I was given a deeper perception of what we experience in the transformations we go through that we also know as change. And I realized that beyond, because if you ask a person, or we say, damn, I noticed you don't change. Or for those who like to sound intellectual, man, I noticed you don't transform. Girl, I see you transforming, girl, but what really is that? What really is change? What really is transformation? Because a lot of times we see things and we don't know what we're seeing. And it's even worse when we say things and we don't know what we're saying. But what is change? And as I question myself, concerning change and transformation, I looked at a water bottle. Then it hit me. Purification. Change is a purification process from one state to the next. And then from one state to the next. And from one state to the next. Transformation is a purification process. The act of purifying ourselves to change our conditions, to change our circumstances, to change our experiences as we change ourselves, as we purify ourselves. I want to key in on purification because purification is synonymous to cleansing. So the act of cleaning from the inside, the inner work. See, the inner work do show outside. Maybe this for those who don't see it yet, because we ain't gonna see it on our time. We're gonna see it on when it's time to be seen. And most times we ain't gonna see it until somebody else recognizes it in us and make it known to us. Otherwise, all we know is that we doing the work. We don't know what the work gonna look like. we don't know what the work gonna look like on us once we got it in us. But for those of us who doing the work, we doing the work so we can have it in us. And the outer world gonna let you know what it look like on you. So I like how y'all shining. Salute. I see you. A desire for change. A desire for change. Just the thought of change. Because somebody gonna want to hear this. Just the thought of change is the act of purification. It's the act of purifying yourself. First, we gotta have a desire. You gotta have a seed before you have a plant. So just the thought of change. Tired of letting your anger beat you up. Tired of whatever you're tired of. You gotta plant the seed, the thought. Renew the mind. Renew the mind. Renew the mind. First we feel it, and then we cause it. First we feel it, and then we cause it. The thought is in the center. The thought, our thoughts is like representative of the central sun of the solar system. It's gonna spark creation, whichever way we send it. First we feel it, then we cause it. The thought is in the center. That's how we create whatever experience we have created for ourselves, and that's how we will continue to create whatever experience we plan on having for ourselves while we learn how to live. Why do I say that? Because we got to use our abilities to slice through the shadows. We have to use our abilities to slice in the shadows. I talk about cultivating our spiritual gifts, cultivating our mental faculties. Because the mind gonna tap you in. We don't even know what the heart is feeling unless we have a connector with the mind. But we gotta use our abilities to slice through the shadows. Not nobody else's, our own. So the light within us can be revealed through all the dark that we had to walk through. And we know how to use both for the good of all. Don't stay stuck chasing footprints in the dark when we came here to be the light. Know what the love in you look like. Know what the love in you look like. Because when you're looking through the lens of love, you see everything in the world as it really is. stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the shares, thanks for the subscribes, thanks for the donations, thanks for the purchases. Thanks for being you as I continue to be authentically me. Feel good for no reason at all. And make somebody else feel good too. Salute to God. Peace, family.